Hello everyone, my name is Andrew. During the day, I practice as a nurse here in Arizona, and you've joined the night shift. Today, we're talking about why your brain is biologically programmed to make you suck at investing. And I'm not kidding. In this series, we're going to discuss the psychological and physiological traps that are sabotaging your portfolio. Today's topic is the amygdala hijack. Before we scrub in, could I just have you do me one huge favor and click the like button down below? While you're down there, you should also hit the subscribe button. It'll notify you of any videos I post in the future, and you can always unsubscribe later if you don't like what I have to offer here. No hard feelings. Great. Now that that's out of the way, I want you to imagine this. You wake up a little early for work after getting a wonderful night's sleep. As you go through your morning routine, you open up Yahoo Finance to catch up on the news for your stocks, and you see this. You shake your head in disbelief. Your heart starts racing. Your palms get sweaty. Your vision narrows. Every fiber of your being is screaming at you to open your brokerage app and hammer that sell button. But wait. You've done extensive research on this company. You've completed your SWOT analysis. You knew that this was a biotech play and that volatility was a part of the deal. You were confident in your thesis, so why? Why are you feeling like you're about to jump out of a plane without a parachute? As you're experiencing these symptoms, there's a complex neurochemical process taking place in your brain. It's essentially an evolutionary glitch. See, our ancestors didn't survive by being successful in the financial markets. They survived by recognizing that a jaguar in the tall grass was an immediate threat to their life. The problem? Our brains haven't quite evolved to differentiate between a predator in the wild and a red line on a digital chart. So when you see the ticker bleeding, the amygdala hijack takes place. Okay, so here's what's actually happening in your brain. Once you see the stock chart, your amygdala recognizes it as a threat and sounds the alarm. A message is then sent immediately to your hypothalamus, which triggers your adrenal glands, the little hats on top of your kidneys. They pump out the hormones adrenaline and cortisol, which throws you into a full-blown sympathetic nervous system response. This is better known as a fight or flight. As that adrenaline hits, your heart rate spikes to increase cardiac output, and your pupils dilate, which actually narrows your peripheral vision to focus only on the threat. But for investors, it gets even worse. In your brain, blood is being pulled away. We call this shunting, from the prefrontal cortex, which is the logic center of your brain. And it gets redirected toward your lungs and large muscle groups. Your body's preparing to fight that jaguar or sprint away from the predator. So your brain is literally bypassing its ability to think rationally so you can focus on physical survival. You're experiencing a massive physiological reaction to a monumental threat to your physical being. Except the threat doesn't actually exist. It's just pixels on a screen, and your brain can't actually tell a difference. So now we know the biology. We know our brains are shunting blood away from our logic centers. For this reason, stressful environments, just like this one, are exactly when humans have the highest probability of making mistakes. With that in mind, the question becomes, how do we respond to this code before we blow up our portfolios? Well, in nursing and many other professions, that's exactly what standard operating procedures are for. We don't just react. We don't try to reinvent the wheel. We follow a predetermined set of instructions aimed at achieving the best possible outcome. So here are 3 clinical interventions you can use the next time you see a sea of red. First, perform a nursing assessment on your thesis. When a patient's monitor starts beeping, you don't just start compressions. You assess the patient. Is the pulse actually gone, or did a lead just fall off? What is the alarm even associated with? There are a lot of machines in there. Do the same thing for your stock. Edit your SWOT analysis, update it if necessary, and verify, did the company's fundamentals actually change? Going through all of this will help you determine whether or not this is a true alarm or just market noise. If the vitals of the company are still strong, it's a false alarm. Number 2, we can implement a hard stop. In the operating room, a hard stop is a critical safety policy allowing any staff member to immediately halt surgical preparation or progression if a safety concern, error, or inconsistency is suspected. This mandated pause requires complete resolution of the issue, such as incorrect counts, patient identity, or site verification, before proceeding. And this is aimed at eliminating surgical errors and preventing harm. When the amygdala hijack hits, you need a trading hard stop. Give yourself a mandatory 24 to 48 hour cooling off period. Adrenaline and cortisol does have a half-life. Let them clear from your system before you make a stat decision that you can't undo. And third, join the shift change huddle. Nursing is a team sport because peer review saves lives. The same is true for investing. You need a group of people with the same training who can look at the data objectively when your own brain is in fight or flight. This is exactly what I'm trying to build over at the Night Shift Discord. I want to build a community of investors who value logic over emotion and data over drama. If you want to be among the first to join this group and help us build it from the ground up, you can find the link in the pinned comment down below. Understanding your biology is the first step to mastering your money. Stay vigilant and take some deep breaths. I'll see you next time. Shift's over.